Hey, it's Heather, Velvet Vines Design. I know, I'm like, my whole life tonight is late. Huh. Anyway, come on in. I'm going to try to pull up so I can see comments. And we are here for our free Friday feature on how to be a BOHO BadA. And tonight we're going to do a all Walmart make. All Walmart, so you can get it, all the supplies from one store. If you're interested in exactly what I'm using, you can actually go to my Walmart storefront and get the exact supplies. Everything is online. But we're just using one of these Walmart black pumpkins. I think it's like $6.98. And we're gonna put a couple of things on the top of it and turn this into a really cute table decor piece, right? So let's get started. And we're gonna put the things right inside the pumpkin. All right, you come on in. If you are viewing from the web browser, you won't be able to participate in the live chat. So come on in. I'd love to have you in here. This is going to be a tutorial style, so I do, instruction, and I go, semi-fast. But I'm always here for questions. You can always stop me, tell me to slow down, ask questions, all the things. I'm happy to help. All right, so the colors tonight are going to be a little with the lavender creams and like more of the mauves. So that's what we're doing. We're going to have, so again, everything is from Walmart. So flat pumpkin from Walmart. We've got some lavender bushes from Walmart. We have some of the pampas picks. This comes in the succulent section at Walmart, or it does in my area. And I got them in 3 different colors. There's like this little blush color, kind of this cream, and this tan color. I liked all 3. And then I got these 2 succulents here, also Walmart. And, oh, here's another pampas. And then I got 4 of these. I got 2 of the mauve and 2 of the kind of the lavender little succulents. And then I got 2 rosemary picks. So that's what I've opted for my ingredients. And we are literally going to poke these right into the top of this pumpkin. We're going to make a little arrangement. We're going to finish it off with a cute bow. And this is Walmart ribbon. And this is just something from a stash. So come on in, come on in. All right, I know I'm late. I'm super late. I thought I was going to be live at 8:30. I was late getting home from my middle son's baseball game. He's in college. So I was late getting home for that. So that was late. I was late getting started on my tutorial in the Candy Crew Design School. I teach inside the Candy Crew Design School once a week. We do a lot of in-depth, step-by-step tutorials, and we even do some business coaching, marketing, things like that. So my name is Heather, and my business and page is Velvet Vines Design. So I do make handmade decor for home holidays and events. One of my favorite things is boho. I also love coastal. Into the rustic a little bit, and I can always get down with some farmhouse. So that's a little bit about me. I'm a boy mom, have 3 boys. All right, so I'm going to keep a lot of this high, and if you have trouble getting any of your stems to go inside of your pumpkin, hey, are you letting Frank in? Thanks. You can just use like a small screwdriver, an awl, or any kind of pick like that, an ice pick, anything like that. So I'll always kind of give it an effort, without using it. And then a lot of times, let's see how I'm doing on my glue here. Turn my glue gun back on. A lot of times with something like this, if you keep adding in the hot glue, like I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to wipe it off. But if you add in a dip of hot glue like this from my hot glue pan, which is off to the side here, when you insert that into its piece, all of this hot glue here puddles to the top. And so as you get inserting them, you get all these little puddles of hot glue all over the top of the pumpkin. What's best to do, I'm going to use my tissue to wipe that off because I'm not going to do that. What's best is to insert them first, go in and glue after in this situation. Right now, if I was using gaps and cracks, I'd be dipping and sticking all day long. But hey, I can see some of my friends. Hi Lily and Emma. Hey Slay. Come on in. Sounds like my kids say that. My oldest is 24, and my middle son is 18, and my youngest is about to be 11 in October. All right, so I'm just going around the top of this pumpkin, and it's foam, so these things are just sticking very easily, as you can see, right inside the pumpkin. And I'm leaving the stem in here. You're not going to end up seeing it, but you can remove these. They are great to craft with, but I'm going to sell this pumpkin. So I don't want my customer to look down in there and see like kind of like a hole in the styrofoam. So I'm not going to do that. But if you're making it for yourself and that was, you know, you're not worried about that, you can take these off. And when you have other projects that you make pumpkins with, believe it or not, you will. Fabric pumpkins, things like that, jute pumpkins, you keep that stem and you have it. All right, so all I've done is I've taken 5 pieces of this lavender, and so it's all Walmart flock pumpkin, Walmart florals, okay? Everything is from Walmart. If you want exactly what I'm using, I put the full supply list in my Walmart storefront, and it's listed in my link tree. So when I do the recap video, I will make sure that the storefront link is in there so that you can get any of these supplies if you want it. But so we've just gone in with some lavender, and I've just taken those 5 points and kind of worked it evenly, almost as if you were, you know, kind of cutting a pie, and instead of in 8ths, we did it in 5ths. So that's going to be my starting point. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some pampas. Let's see how my glue is doing. It's not. It's heating up again. Wait, is this? I did plug it in, right? Yeah. Okay, I did. I was like, oh gosh. Yeah, I said, look, leave it to me. I'll do some stuff like that. Cool, Slay. So where are you all from, Emma? Emma and Lily. Are you sisters? Are you friends? Okay, we're going to cut this down just a little bit. And when I do this, because I do want it to pierce through the foam, I am going to cut on an angle like that so that it gives it, see that point there? And then that way, that's what helps kind of stab and pierce into the foam, so it makes your life a whole lot easier than if it was a straight blunt cut, right? So hi Carrie, what's up? Hi Dorothy. Hey Midnight. How are you? Your cousins. Oh, I'm an only child, so same thing. I cut the same way. I'm an only child, and so my best friend all through life, and very much like my sister still to this day, is my cousin too. So that's awesome. I get that one. I have very much like a sister bond with my cousin. All right, so I'm just going in between with that pampas, right? All right, same, cut on the slant. And we're just going to go in on this side. And when we get that kind of stuck into the pumpkin, we're going to give it a nice little bend outward, right? All right. I'm actually going to go with this pink one. Oh, I think it's muscle memory, right? I keep wanting to dip that into the glue. It's like muscle memory when you're making a wreath or a centerpiece. You just want to have every little thing in the glue. All right, so that's a darker tan, so I'm going to go over here with this darker one. I don't know if you can hear my jaw breathing heavy. I was teaching in an online design school called the Candy Crew Design School before I joined you, and so I knew my son was coming home from college, and I had Frankel bark and all that, so I had him outside of my craft room here, and so he was locked out, and he is my dog, right? He loves some of his mama, so we're going to go in over here. If you look at it like this, you can kind of see that this is where the hole is, right? So you can see the cream, the pink and the pink, right? We're I got the tan and the tan. So you definitely know this is your hole, right? For this piece right here. And so my son, right before, or right when I went live actually, he let him in because he was laying outside the door waiting for his mama. So now he's all in here breathing heavy, resting. I was like, thank you, Mom. All right. So see how easy these go in and how much, I mean, honestly, you can stop here. You know, you can stop here, add a little bit more lavender and a bow, and you could be done. You don't even need the bow, right? So I am going to go in and add just a couple more pieces of lavender. I can see looking at it, just some areas, right, that I want it thickened up. So right in here, you can probably tell yourself. So what I want you to do, and I like to do, is for you to see some of the holes that I see, right? So when I'm looking down on it like this, like I can see a hole in here, right? I can see a hole lacking purple here. Definitely needs more here. So you can see how when I'm looking down, that's what I'm trying to look for and fill. So if you get all into the florals, then you too. And even if you don't, you know, the next time you pick a summer bouquet or anything like that, now when you put your bouquet together inside your vase, you can think about how you're balancing and placing your flowers in there, right? So, a little bit better. You have to go to bed. Good night. Thanks for being here. You never would have thought of using lavender in a fall piece. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love lavender. I love it. I have my bath salts are all lavender scented. So relaxing. Oh, love it. And I have a bunch of it planted outside my front door. Okay, I love that. So see, love that. Okay, so now let's go in with some of our succulents. So these, we have 2 of each. So because we have 2 of each, let's go ahead and work with these pretty evenly, right? This would be a good way to keep us balanced. Shelby! What's up, girl? What's your name? What's your name, friend? I miss y'all. I really do. I'm gonna go in over here. I really, really do. We were all together for a retreat for that design school, friends, that I was talking about. We have an in-person retreat twice a year, once in the fall, once in the spring. So I've got pink. I'm going to go in with the purple here. And so we were just together. And Shelby was my roommate. And she my friend. She was my roommate and my friend. There were no shenanigans. None. We were good. We were very well behaved. Very well behaved. Hey, Mason. You subscribe. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. All right, so we're going in with the pink on the side. Have a good night. All right. And these are great for like Thanksgiving tables, your porch, you know, office decor, sprucing up, you know, just adding a little something of the season in a bathroom. If you are doing a party and hosting a party and you want some really budget-friendly, unique, yet, I wouldn't say it's wow. It's not wow, but it's definitely not. It definitely doesn't look like you went to, you know, Home Goods or Walmart and picked up something to slap on the table. It definitely looks like you thought about and planned out something very nice for the tables, right? So things like that, right? A fall wedding. These would be beautiful, even if they were just like at like your guest signing book or things like that, like just some little accents. All right, so now we have those succulents kind of nestled around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Okay, all right. can't play music, so there we go. All right, I'm gonna take these high. I'm gonna keep them a little high like this. I like that. Add a little interest at the top. And then the last thing that we have is our little rosemary sprigs. So probably what I'll do with the rosemary sprigs is I'll cut this up in probably half and then just nestle this around here. Then we can cut up some of our final lavender and nestle that around there so it doesn't look like it's like this, right? So we give it another layer, another a level, I guess you would say, so where we'll cut this down like that, right? And then we'll put in our bow. Easy peasy pudding pie. Oh, let me do this one. Easy. Hey, you're kind of ready for your show, October 5th? 102 vendors. Mason. All right, you want us to do the dance? To the windows, to the walls. I won't finish the rest of that, but you know what I'm talking about, right? The Sandra Bullock. No rain for the Mason. That went right down in there. Easy peasy. Those shows are hard work, Mason. I am like so impressed with your commitment and hard work. So I'm just going to go on the top like that. So friends that are watching, my friend here in the comments, Mason, he is an entrepreneur and a designer and a creator. He has his own business and he is 17. And so he can't wait to sell on Etsy when he's 18. And in the meantime, he is just hustling it, doing a bunch of shows in his local area. And so I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, I'm going to cut these low. I don't want them high because we want that layer around here. Oh, yeah, we know. Yep, to the windows. Yeah, you remember that? Oh, man, that had Betty White in it, that moment with Betty White, with her and the granny. That's going to be me. That's the granny I'm going to be. Betty White in that movie, that's the grandma I'm going to be. I'm going to be that kind of mama. Yeah. I know all the words. All right, I'm just cutting these up so that they're smaller, right? These are not pushers. So what I'm doing is, if you're new to kind of cutting up florals, if these don't slide up and down where you can make them more condensed and compact, and you have to kind of clip them to make them the sizes that you want if you want them in smaller pieces. So what you do is you try to recreate a stem on whatever you're cutting, and you try to make sure that the top of it is cut as close as if, there you go, hard to say there, that it didn't have a stem before. So what I mean by that is like this is a good break, right? So you can see we're creating a stem here and we're clipping it off at the very top there, so it doesn't even look like there was ever a stem that existed. And so that's what I mean. So when I go like this, you would be like, oh, that was meant that way. No one, we made it that way because we're crafters and that's what we do. All right, I'm a little sassy tonight. I'm a little sassy. All right, so we got all those clipped down. Yes. All right, this is our last little layer here. Let's work this in. It's definitely me getting down singing when no one's having. Oh, yeah. That's a proposal. That was it. See, I couldn't think of the song. I couldn't think of the movie, but I knew that song. Those were from, that song was from my clubbing days. I mean, I never really clubbed, but you know what I'm saying. It was more like small town redneck bar, but entertain me, right? Small town redneck bar. All right, so in this situation, I'm not trying to go, we're not going down like this. We're not going straight up and down. We're going at very much of an angle because the whole idea here is that we're adding a layer. So you can see how we can see all these stems, right? All those stems. Now, while, you know, great little DIY, probably nobody's going to pick you apart on that, but I do want to teach you how to camouflage all of that. So when we go in at this strong angle, we're going to camouflage all of those stems because this is then laying at an angle, not straight up and down. Right? Ah, it won't stay in there. Here, let me just put it in there and you can see it. So let's clip this down. And so you see how this is now building out, and it's not like a stem, right? So I know, slight difference, but I'm telling you, once you add all of them in and you go the whole way around, I promise you, it does make a difference. Okay. So everything I'm clipping really low. Is it pumpkin fly? Yes, Mason. Yep. So this whole thing is a Walmart. Every supply that I'm using came from Walmart. I've linked all of them in case you want to make exactly what I've made here. I've linked all of them in my storefront. When I do, when YouTube posts the final video, I'll make sure that I add in the comments the link to my storefront. That way, if you want the items, you can certainly get them. Now we're getting a storm. I can hear the rolling thunder out there. But yeah, so this is all Walmart, so easy to get your hands on. They're all online and in stock. So you don't have to pay a bunch of shipping because it's one place. But you know, this could be inspiration too. You don't have to use exactly what I use. So see how we're taking those now down low? So now how you see, right? And I only had a couple of pieces of those rosemary, so I'm doing like 3 or 4 clips of lavender, and then I do a rosemary, just so that we're kind of nice and evenly spreading this all out. It's really windy. Oh yeah. I'm right on the coast, so I guess I keep wanting to dip that in the glue. I'm not dipping this in glue, friends. So we're right on the coast, so all of that, the storms and stuff, I'm guessing that's what we're getting. Or maybe it's just another storm. My Franklin. Jeez Louisa. Alright. Let me go over here a little more. And this came together so easy. See that? No glue burns. You could even do this with a kid, right? So say, you know, you want a little DIY that you can do with your kiddos. Maybe, you know, my youngest is autistic. He is completely grossed out by real pumpkins. He would never in a million years touch the inside of a real pumpkin to carve it. But if I gave him some fun things like this to stick inside of a pumpkin, he would be down with it. And it doesn't have to be foo-foo like this, right? You could totally do the same idea with things like Halloween picks and things like that, right? So if you want it to be kid-friendly, you can definitely go that route. So I just gave you an inspiration of anything you can do with a pumpkin. It does not need to be kind of like this boho-y look, even though that is why we are here. How to be BOHO BadA. But I'm just saying, you can take the same exact concept, go in with a couple of some little Halloween picks and some spiders and things like that, and that would be fun. You burned yourself earlier, and Leanne gave you, oh, she did. Oh, Mason, she's the best. You so want to go. You're going to come someday. Mason, you're going to come someday. All right, let's see where we are with it. What is up with it? Now look. Now you no, look. I got a brand new glue gun. How come this don't work? What the hey? Is it not plugged in right? Hold on. I don't think that thing was all the way in. Are you kidding me? Oh, whatever. Anyway, well, it's okay. I'm going to go in now that I have it all made, and I'm going to go around the edge and just make sure that, you know, all of those things are all nicely glued in. But look at that. How stinking cute is that, right? Let's see. We got our last piece. Actually, I'm going to save this for the bow. Let's make a bow real quick. Just a cute little bow. Just a little 2-looper. And I guess we're not with this ribbon. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Is this the same thing? Yes, it is. Oh, no, it's not. And that's, what is up with me and these little slivers of ribbon? Ew. All right, hold on. Hang tight. I think I'm going to use this burlap over here. Don't do what I do, friends. Not see how much ribbon you got before you use it. I think I'm going to use this burlap. So kind of the same concept without the lace. I'm still sticking with this. Let me see. What am I got in there? Okay, I got enough to make a bow. Goodness gracious, I had to check. Shoo! Okay. So, don't need too long of a bow, right? Because likely this is going to sit on a table. You don't necessarily, you know, or at least I don't necessarily like things draping on the table. Okay. I'm going to give it, I'm going to do 3 loops. Go odd number. It's boho. I like that things are unexpected. So we're going to do 3 loops instead of 2. Okay. And I'm going to cut this on an angle, even though it's like a true burlap. So this is our bow. What's up? Why are you? What's you wake up for? What's up? What's up, Frank Tank? Okay. We're all big, yes. That's right. That's right. I want a bunch of BOHO BadAs out there, and then big bow BadAs, right? Big bow and a boho. Okay, and then 3rd loop. Okay, this is what we got going on there. I'm clipping that on an angle, and I'm just going to give this one a fresh cut. All right, so let's. I was gonna say I don't need a whole piece of wire, so I just have, this is just floral wire, and I just had a piece of it off to the side because it's a small bow, right? So just gonna go in the middle of this and tie this off, tie it around. Now I'm gonna try to make this its own pick, as if I had to teach you and show you without that wonderful pick machine right here. But if that doesn't work, that I am going to pick mine, because like I said, I'm going to sell mine. Hi Robin, what's up lady? What's going on? You're interested? Oh, what? Oh, you want this? You're so funny. Robin, you are so good to me. All right. I'm just fluffing out my bow a little bit here before I get it on there, right? I am covered in glitter. I just taught a tree topper bow in the Candy Crew Design School. Here. So this is an authentic burlap, so it'll come with these little like frays on it. I don't hate it because I like the authentic look of it. It's actually designer ribbon, believe it or not, but you know, real burlap isn't perfect. So see how cool that is? Look at that bow! All right, so you see how I've twisted that real tight all the way down, and I've gave myself a pick. All right, so we're gonna clip it so that it's long enough that it'll stick in there, and give it stability, but not too long that it gets all flimsy in there, right? Because the longer that it is, then it gets weak when you go to stick it in there and it bends instead of actually staying in. So let's look at this, see where we want to have our bow. I feel like I want it like right here. Yeah, I think so. like right in here. All right. So let's see. So just kind of get it so you can. There we go. It sinks right down into the foam. And now, oh, I guess I should have. I should have paid attention. And what was I? No, I'm not going to take it out. I'm just twisting it because I've got my tails upside down, like a ding dong. I've been doing a lot of ding dong things today. It's Friday. I would go through and quote the movie, but I don't want to curse. It's Friday. You ain't got crap to do. Alright. I do. I have a lot of crap to do, actually. Alright. And there we go. This is a cute little arrangement. Nothing crazy, you know. So there we go. Our little BOHO BadA Walmart pumpkin arrangement. Let's see. I'm going to pucker these a little bit more. There we go. Like that. Well, there we go. Let's do the tail on that side. I knew something wasn't kind of like laying right. There we go. Okay. You know, we can play with these bows forever. All right, now, last thing, we're going to do this little piece of lavender, and we're going to poke it so it looks like it's coming out of the bow, because I like that. And how cute, right? So easy. How long have we been live? 32 minutes, and I gave instruction, friends, and I had 2 rolls of ribbon that didn't have enough ribbon. So, but how stinking cute, right? So just imagine. You can do any color that you want. It could be like more of a richer color, but you know, I went this kind of, there you go. Easy peasy pudding pie. What page is the wire? What page is the wire? Oh, what gauge is the wire? Oh, this is that thinner one. It is. Here, I can tell you, Mason. It's from Walmart too. This is the one that is 20 gauge. And then I also get this one that's 18 gauge. I like this. It's the thicker one. But I find this gives my bow more pucker. So I really do like that one. Both of them, Walmart. Yep. Yeah. Mason, this would be a good thing for you at craft shows, and how easy it is to make. And since you don't need really anything but like maybe like a cordless glue gun, this would be another thing that you could make to draw people into your booth, like we were talking about, right? So any of our friends that do craft shows and things like that, a lot of times, you know, you have some idle time on your hands, right? And so what a cool way to make use of your time to make things like a bow or bows. Now sometimes bows are hard, especially if you have an outdoor space and things are like blowing around and things like that. It can be harder to make a bow, but bows are a good one. It always impresses people with your craftsmanship that you're making something. It draws people in, and it shows them that you're a handmade maker, right? That you didn't Temu all these things, that you actually made them. This would be another good project, so things like that. So, yes, a good one, yes. All right, I'm going to let you all go, friends. I'm going to clean up my mess. I have more projects. I'm considering going live on the tick of the talk. We'll see. But thanks so much. I hope that you enjoyed this, and that it's given you some ideas and inspiration, that you subscribe to my page and you check out my every Friday free Friday feature where we're talking about how to be a BOHO BadA. So hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much. All right, friends, take care.